Hey, 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 Hello, guys. Energy is everything. Excitement. Right?
Oh yeah, it's like you. My glasses are you.
Right, guys. Yeah, you know we're so we start in about 1 minute. Let's set the tone, let's set the mood because it's gonna be an exciting episode. Absolutely exciting. Yeah. Hey, absolutely, guys. The end is everything. All right. If you know how to do it, then do it. Get it done. Move. Yeah, yeah. That is it, guys. That is it. That is it. That is it. That is it. It's like I always say, the energy is everything. All right. Whatever makes you go, whatever keeps you up, whatever gets you enthusiastic about what you're doing, go for it. Go all out. Go all in. Get it done. Move it. All right, we are back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Yeah, you guys know how we roll, right? If we can get it done right, we get it done anyway. The most important thing is to get it done and keep moving. Right? There will always be a reason. There will always be a challenge. There will always be an excuse. There will always be things against what you want to do. All right, that is where your initiative comes in. That is where your persistence comes in, right? The doggedness not to allow whatever to stand in the way of you attaining your goals, achieving your intentions. It's very important. It is very, very important because without that persistence, without that inspiration to keep going, hardly anything worthwhile can be achieved. All right, because these kind of things don't come easy, right? They don't just come to you, packaged in shining nylon and looking good. You just have to stretch your hand and collect them. No, at some point, at some level, you will have to go out of your comfort zone. You will have to stretch yourself. You will have to stretch your hand to grab it yourself. And that is how we roll on these sessions. So today we'll be doing a bit of back test. It is Saturday, and market is closed on Saturdays. So yeah, doing the back test. I just decided to share with you guys what I've been on to. All right, I started this back test from the year 2012. All right, so I back tested all the way to this. Right, I've had a few wins and yeah, a few lessons as well. But overall, I'm happy about my trade so far. And as you can see, I'm on the daily chart, right? I'm on the daily chart. So I won't mess too much with the time frames. I just want to pick one. Yes, I can do that even when doing the back test. I can go across different time frames, but due to how far back I am right now, there's a possibility that a lower time frame may not be able to contain the number of candles that will be required. But let's not go deep into that. The idea is that we're trading on the 1 hour time frame right about now, and yeah, market this just broke the downtrend and it's looking like now moving on an uptrend. Right now we're going on an uptrend. So allow me to do set our trend line. Now, ideally, a back test you should have a strategy that you're back testing. All right, ideally there should be one strategy that you're back testing. So it's only when those conditions are met that you take a trade. All right, that is the ideal scenario. But right about now, I can't say that I have one particular strategy that I'm so attached to that I want to backtest, or one that I just learned that I want to backtest. I've got a few in my head, I've got a few in my mind, but yeah, I'm not right now. I'm just doing my a general knowledge backtest. All right, if I see any opportunities based on all I know, I jump in it. I jump in the trade. If I see an opportunity based on what I know, I jump into the trade. All right. So right now, this is what we have as our uptrend. It's looking good. It's looking good. So just broke this area. All right. Has broken so far away, so I may not see the retest that I would have loved to see. But let's see. It may come back down. At this point, I'm hoping that it will come back down and retest this area before I consider joining and yeah, riding on the. Let's see if it will come down and give us that retest. Oh, good. It came down. Nice, nice, nice. Right. So this is so at this point, I'm gonna take a low risk entry. At this point, I'll be taking a low risk entry. All right, because ideally I should wait for a confirmation. I should wait for a confirmation candle that this market to is ready to reverse to the upside. All right, ideally that is what I should wait for. But like I said, I'll be taking a low risk trade for this initial move. Right, so I'll be taking my main risk when I see the confirmation candle I talked about just now. Right, I'll be taking the main risk when I see the confirmation candle I talked about. So that, oh shoot, what happened? I think I pushed something. This is the thing about gestures on devices. So gestures are just so annoying that they trigger easily, and you know messes up what you're doing. Messes up what you're doing. So that's fine, though. That's fine. There's no point crying over sport. No, good thing I know the year I was in. We were on 2015. So all I have to do is just go back to year 2015, and I will find the what I did there. I'll find the ride I was on. Okay. Hopefully things still look good. Uh, Unfortunately, or fortunately, should I call it fortunately or should I call it unfortunately? The things with our markups have been taken out. Oh well, that's alright. We move on. We're close to where we are, so market went up and then okay. So here's our retest. We're waiting for our retest. We're waiting for our retest. Okay, good. That is our retest. Here's our retest. Oh shoot, the zones I drew are gone as well. Good lord. But this is not how this thing works now. This is not how it works. It's supposed to save my points. Quite a disappointing one. But I'm not gonna let that dull my spirit. We'll move on. Okay. The car stop loss was around yeah. Take profit was about yeah. So our low risk entry. Let's see what it gives to us. Now, what will I consider as our confirmation can do? This is a tweezer button. All right, that's a reversal candle. A tweezer button. Now, uh, I don't really trade tweezer buttons. All right, so I will still wait for another confirmation. Besides, the price came down again, so that means it's not yet done. Whatever he's trying to do in that area. Meanwhile, I can do a short trend line so I'll get a clearer idea of when that breaks and when it's actually ready to resume the uptrend because this is an uptrend. All right, this is an uptrend, like we all know. Good. So as you can see, the low risk trade got taken out. So the market is not was not ready for the reversal. All right, now this anyway, the thing is, I don't break even too much, so I probably would have broken even when the market went in our favor with this candle, So that would have been a lesson. That's all right. So this is another structure area. All right, it could also reverse in this area. Let's withdraw our trend line and see if we'll get any alignment in that regard. Let's see if this is gonna respect our trend line in any way whatsoever. Alright. Okay, good. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, it's respecting this zone slightly. Let's see. Zone broken. Moving on towards our trend line. Now, if I get contact with the trend line, I am going in again with another low risk. If I get contact with it, good. That's the contact. So I'm going in for another low risk. All right, I'm going for another low risk. And when it breaks this trend line, then I'll do the main risk. All right, I'll do the main risk when that trend line gets broken. When or if that ideally, you see this is the low. Okay, we have a small structure there. Resistance. So I can have my stop loss at this level. Because number one, it's a low risk. All right, so I can have my tight stop loss to manage the rest for me. Okay, so let's see. Take profits we can afford to be here. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, low risk trade got taken out again instantly. Actually, taken out instantly. Or maybe it even went down before it came. Okay, good. Based on this candle, looks like it came down before it went up. So probably, yeah, we went in on an execution. So that does not matter. That's fine. It was a low risk one. So it was a low risk one. This would have been the ideal stop loss below this swing low, below this swing point. All right, but that's a lot. That is it. That is risking a lot. I'm okay with that. Let's see what happens next. Is this trend line did not hold, so we are looking towards the main trend line. Looking towards the main trend line, and I'm going to take another light risk when that contact is made. I'm willing to take another light risk when that contact is made. Okay, so let's see if main trend line is going to get a touch. Let's see if our main trend line is going to get a touch. Oh, good lord. Broke our main trend line. Okay, good. Now we observe and see what's going on. Now we observe and see it, what on earth is going on at this point in time. Right? Let's just observe and see what's going on. It's broken all our trend lines and it's proven to be a tricky one. Well, not really tricky, it's just doing what it ought to do, It's doing what it ought to do. Okay, so this is some support area. But that's all I have. I don't really have any other confirmation, so I won't be too eager to take a trade, all right, at this time. But let's see. But if I see a good signal candle, I may consider, okay, this is a good signal candle, but it's a big candle, and you know, it's not gonna give me a good risk reward ratio because I wouldn't want to target anything above this trend line right now. Though it could actually work, it will actually work, but yeah, it's all right. There's no rush. I could take a low risk, all right, and ride it, but yeah, this without taking low risk all the time on weak, weak, uh, weak ideas, weak opportunities, weak positions. I'm not sure it's the best idea. The only thing that there is that even if you lose nine of them, all right, you will eventually win one, and that one could potentially make you back all the nine you've lost previously. So it's a balancing act. I must have been able to practice that thoroughly and see the result, see the positive result of doing that before I go ahead and do that more confident because it takes confidence to receive losses back to back, and still keep going. All right, so let's put it there. Let's put it there. We're learning. If we're just get to even learn, then I mean, what are we going to be strong enough for? If we're not strong enough to actually learn, all right? So yeah, and to cancel out all the previous losses, that means this kind of low risk trade will have to be without TP. All right, or I do two of them, one with TP and one without TP, so that the one without TP can actually run and potentially cancel out all the previous losses and make them worth it. So yeah, now we're getting a further layer of this, right? So we need to split our low risk into two as well. Let's move on. Let's see what is out for us. Let's see what is out for us. Okay. This Okay, so trend line broken. Don't get too happy yet. Still has another trend line to break convincingly. Right? Still has another trend line to break convincingly. It's taking its sweet time. It's ranging right now, consolidating. At this point, because it's a low risk, I wouldn't mind leaving this trade. It's a low risk, so I'm not too attached to this trade. I will let it run and do what it wants to do. Why? Because it is a low risk. It's a low risk one, so I don't mind letting it eat SL. That's why I could take it on such a light signal. Because this is a light signal. All I have is just one support and one signal candle. It's one signal pattern. That's all. There's really no trend line. There's really no Fibonacci, and there's not much structure, I would say, to this signal. So that's why I will be. That's why I took it. That's why I made the low risk one. Now I will put in my main risk when this happens. Anyway, let's analyze where we'll get our main risk. All right, we do our main risk when we have something like this. Okay, so this is what we have right now. So when this breaks and I see a retest, then I can do my main risk. All right, so let's see what happens. Okay, good. Now it has broken to the upside. Right, it broke and closed above this. So for that is my cue to get ready. In fact, I can actually set another low risk here. All right, I can actually set another low risk here. And as I said, my low risks now are 2 ones. Right, there are 2 ones. That is one with TP and the other with a tag with the other as an open trade. All right, so this is the new low. Let's see if it will get triggered. Okay, it got triggered. Right, so let's see how that play out. Let's see how that plays out. So this is the retest. Now the retest gives me this is my confirmation for this trade idea, and I'll be preparing to jump into it. All right, I'll be prepared to jump into it at this point. I'll be preparing to jump into it at this point, but I do buy stops more. I do stop orders more because to me they're safer. In case the market is not ready to actually move. You know, buy stops are far safer for me to do compared to compared to execution and limit orders. So I have my buy stop set. So in case the market is ready to actually move in line with this break and retest, then I'll join the ride and make some money. But in case it's not ready and it wants to go down further, then I'm still not in the trade and I can reevaluate and get a better entry if necessary. Right, good. So this is the beauty. Oh, shoot, what did I do? Okay, good. As you can see, this trade was not ready. So this is the beauty of buy stops. So my money and my main this is my main risk, right? This is my main risk here. So my main money is still safe. I've not lost my main money. What I've lost is just the low risk entries. I lost this low risk entry. Uh, this one did not hit TP after I was said and done. I imagine it got so close to TP, but it failed to hit it. It failed to hit it. So yeah, that's about that. Let's move on. Okay, good. So that low risk also went into a lesson. All right. So like I said, guys, I would need some heavy, major wins with low risk for me to counteract such back-to-back lessons. All right. So we've had multiple lessons consecutively on our low risk entries. So to counteract that, we're going to need a powerful win on one of these low risk entries anytime from now, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Interestingly, this session since it's been on, I'm not sure we've had any winning trades, right? And funny enough, before the session, I was having back-to-back winning trades, but that's all right. Market is moving, market is living. All right. Nothing is guaranteed in the market. It does what it's gonna do every time, all the time. So you need to be ready. You need to be open-minded, and you need to stay alert. Okay. So let's see what's going on. So we have, okay, it's ranging again. Okay, it's ranging. Now it's ranged for a while. Then it broke to the upside. We tested, and then now it's moving up to the upside again. So I could write this. Can I? It's not very. No, it's not a very clean one. Not a very clean one. I'm gonna write it so that another low risk, and I'm not used to this low risk trades. I like to wait for a perfect, clean idea, not just a vague one. Right? I like my ideas clean and reliable. I love my ideas clean and reliable. We've not had a lot of reliable ideas so far, but okay, we'll do a buy stop. We'll do a buy stop. Then this is the safest thing we can do right about now. This is the safest thing we can do right about now. So this will be our target. TP1, then TP2 will be open as I said earlier. Our TP2 will be open. So let's see what happens. Okay, our low risk is triggered. Okay, what are you gonna give to us? Okay, good. TP1, it finally we got a win. Finally we got a win now. For the open one, now I'm gonna break even trade at this point. Right, I'll be breaking even the trade at this point. So if it comes back down, then we're out of that trade, or it came back down, so we're out of our open trade. So we've not really gotten any advantage from this low risk trade. We've not really gotten any advantage so far, at least. So far, we are yet to gain an advantage on our low risk entries. Okay, so that's by the way. Yeah, I had to get that in, that we are yet to gain an advantage on our low risk entries. Okay, so the idea of this back test is to get a level of familiarity with these instruments, right? Like I said, ideally a back test should go with a particular clearly defined strategy, but as you can see, there is none right now. I'm simply, will I say, messing around or playing around with the instrument, with the currency pair, which is fine, which is fine. Um, no matter what, I'm getting familiarity. No matter what, I'm gaining experience. So and it's a valuable experience. It's an experience that I can't read in books. It's an experience that I can't just imagine. It's an experience that I have to actually face. But this is more like a real life data trading, right? So I'm reacting to what the market is doing, and this is how I will be trading on a normal day. If at all I'm trading this pair. So I'm preparing for a normal irregular day trading. Okay, so we are going towards trend line. Okay, that's how I come back to the trend line, and I can see a powerful rejection. I can see a powerful move from the trend line. Now, what I can do, I'm getting tired of this low risk trade, so guys, should I continue the low risk trades? Because the low risk trade here will have told, okay, good, we got a trend line, so take your buy stop and your stop loss set, and then okay, good. Since it's a buy stop, I think the low risk trade that I'll be more concerned about are the executions, the ones where I'm in already before the stop orders. For the stop orders, I I guess I still have a bit of room, all right, because if most times they won't trigger before it goes away. And if it triggers, then there's a likelihood that it's going to continue moving in my direction, like this one is doing right now. Although it didn't get to my TP, and here it is back to my SL. And the question is, would I have broken even when it was at this point? That's the question. Would I have broken even? I If I'm using real money, I will have broken even because after so many lessons, I think I would have added enough with the lessons on low risks. So I would have broken even because it went so deep into profit. Right, so I would have broken even to at least this level so that if it comes back, I need not lose anything on this trade. So that is what we have for this move. That was another lesson. Okay, so we are looking out for. I'm looking out for a powerful and a sweet win for us to call it a session. Right, this is a support area. Let's see what happens. Let's see what is gonna let's see what is going to happen in this support area. If we have a good setup, then we'll consider taking another light risk. If we get a good setup, we'll consider taking another light risk in this area. Okay, and if not, yeah, we wait. Okay, actually, this was a good setup. This is this is a morning star. This is a morning star in a support area, in a zone. So I will be taking my buy stop. Although the market has moved for a few days without doing anything, so I guess this is no longer reliable. So let's move on. Let's move on and see what happens. Okay, as expected, that did not give us what we wanted. Okay, I think I saw a channel. Okay, good. Let's see. This is a channel, and if it is, let's hope it makes us some money. Okay, so channel that's broken to the upside. I'm looking out for the root test, and then I'm looking out for the ride after that. To join that, I'm going to do a low risk to join that ride. My low risk, as usual, is going to be in this. It's going to be a okay. 1 to 1 risk reward ratio. That's not very big, but it's alright. It's a low risk. Of course, low risk are in twos, so we'll have the second one that will be running anyway. So that's about that. So we have our retest completed. Right. So at this point, based on the retest and the reaction of the retest, the retest actually held. Right. The retest actually held. So probably consider I'll probably consider taking if I could go to a lower time frame, then I could make better decisions. I think one of the reasons why my decisions are a bit flawed is because I'm trading purely on the daily time frame on this back test. Ideally, I would have before taking most of this trade, I would have gone further down to a lower time frame and fine tune my entry, make it more accurate, or you know, basically annul that opportunity while awaiting a better one. So basically, a lower frame is going to be, it's going to count for it purely on the daily time frame. No, I'll see the opportunity on the daily time frame, but the final entry is going to most likely going to be most likely going to be decided on the lower time frame. So this does not really this does not necessarily reflect what is going to happen in my real trades. So I think that's enough confidence for me that yes, I should. My confidence is still very strong. It's still very strong. I'm still happy about being able to identify these opportunities in the first place. Okay, so let's give us a take profit and let's see what happens. Yeah, it's still riding up. It's still riding up. So now the question is, would I have broken even on my second entry? With the experience that I've had, so many break evens, I probably would have left it because it's low risk. Guys, I'm saying this because I've already seen it come to profit. If I saw it come to a loss, I probably would have shared the opposite. So let's not even go there. Okay, good. Another thing I'm seeing this MA. All right. So I would have expected the market to, as it broke the MA, we test the MA and before it moved. So that's something else. That's something else. Okay, guys. I think we've gotten justice to this session. So the idea was to do a back test. And like I said, back test ideally you should have a strategy that is clearly defined that you look out for as you go through your chart, and but you know that to go through the historical data, just use the replay option. All right, at this top side, then you select where you want to start your replay from. Right, and the market with the chart with the tool will delete the latest candles and leave only the previous ones. So with that, you can determine where you want to start your back test, and you go one step at a time and take your decisions as you go. Now this is the manual way of doing back test. There are other ways, especially using this tester, all right, where you can just input your strategy and it's going to it's going to run it for you. All right, so that's how that works. All right, guys, that'll be all for today. Thank you for joining this session. As usual, there's no time to waste. All right, no time to waste. Either you're having fun or you are doing something of value. There's no time to waste. Right, of course, enjoy the journey because that's the most important thing. You'll be as happy as you are now when you attain your goals. So you don't want to forget about enjoying where you are right now.